Hi YouTubers, welcome to one of my videos. Absolutely pouring with rain, high winds, and I'm glad I'm not in a motorhome. We was planning on heading up to Linden Top near Rutland Water, stop a couple of days, either this weekend or next week, but our van's not very good on wet grass. It slips all over the place. So I'm doing a few chores at the moment. Put new battery in the bathroom scales, and pretty boring day, I know. And I'm just grinding some flour for Jane, and because she's going to make some bread, I think today, or some currant buns, I'm not sure. And what I've got set up over here is a Wonder Mill, and we've had this for a few years now, and we buy wheat in bulk in 25-30 kilogram sacks, and we store it in these fat ball boxes, you know, like this, and then I put it into the hopper here. You've got to switch on first, put it into the hopper, and it grinds it into flour, and it does pastry type flour, which is fine, bread which is medium to coarse, and then it does coarse. And how this works, it's got some blades which, or grindstones, which spin at very high speed. It grinds it up, and then it pushes it, or the airflow pushes it into this, which is like a centrifuge, a bit like Dyson vacuum cleaners. It circulates, the air comes out the middle, or like a tornado effect, and the air comes out the middle through this filter. You can see a little bit of staining there, and the flour sticks to the outside of this container. And I'm letting it cool down, because I normally do 2 scoops of grain in the top, and that's about 1 kilogram, I think it is. And I've done some already, which you can see in the container over here in the kitchen. And I'm letting it cool off, because you can only do like a couple of loads before you have to let it cool down. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'll stop the camera, and then when it's ready for another load, I shall put it in and show you how it works.
It's so boring! Well, it's not much of a subject, is it?
Okay, the mill, the Wonder Mill, is cooled down. I'm now about to put the grain into the top, but you have to switch it on first. Make sure this is connected, otherwise it'll blow all over the kitchen. Right, I'm going to switch on, and it is very noisy, so I'm going to reduce the sound down on this video. Right, let's give this container a tap. Switch off. There's the lid. Should stop up like that. So that's the amount I've done. You can see the bran in it. And I use these fat ball containers once we, feed the birds. And I'll tip it in there. And I'll spin it if I can. I'm just going to check with Jane, see how much she wants doing. Jane, how much do you want doing? Oh, I've probably done it then. Okay, it's about half full in that tub. That's okay, is it? I've done enough. Oh, this is the flour I ground in the Wonder Mill. And what are you making today?
I did a loaf.
A loaf. So what have you got mixed here? What have you got in here then?
Flour, yeast,
What are the seeds?
pumpkin and...
Is it caraway?
Sunflower, I think.
Pumpkin and sunflower. And have you got any yeast in there or anything?
That's what I say,
Yeast,
yeast.
yeah.
Oil, water.
Oil and water. Did you put sugar in it?
A bit, yeah.
What, a couple of spoons,
Teaspoon.
teaspoons. And that's olive oil going in?
Yeah.
And water. And have you measured anything?
No.
So we could end up with a pizza.
No.
It's going to be a loaf of bread. Right. What happens next? Yeah.
Right. Just knead it for 10 minutes. And then let it rise for an hour.
Where are you going to put that? In the airing cupboard? And then you do it again?
And just knock it back for half an hour and then cook it.
Right. Oh, it's a nice dough. Is it dry yeast?
Yeah.
Yeah, packet. It's not like sourdough bread, is it? No. No, you don't need a starter for this, do you? Just put the yeast in. This is the bread dough in the airing cupboard.
It's so boring. Well, it's not much of a subject, is it?
It's been in the airing cupboard for an hour,
Yeah.
and this is how much it's risen.
Yeah, about doubled.
About doubled in size.
Yeah, and knock it back, put it in a tin.
Which
lid
is
for
knead it again,
Yeah, just knock it back.
knock it back on the work surface,
For
and then
half hour and then I put it in the oven.
you're going to put it back in the airing cupboard
Yeah.
again.
For
Yeah,
half an hour.
half an hour. Okay. The oven has been preheated to
Just go
250,
in.
and it's going in. Right, how long's it got on that?
35 minutes.
35 minutes on the timer. So when it bleeps, it's probably ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Do we eat the crust?
Yeah.
I think we're set to about 250. Not as hot. 200 maybe. It's difficult to tell because the numbers are worn off on the control, but we know roughly where the knob is. It's hot anyway. Oven's bleeping. Does that mean it's time? Oh. What's it look like? Gonna do the tap test?
It's hollow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hollow, yeah. Come down this side.
It'll come out in a minute. I'll leave it a bit. It's
Yeah.
best to leave it. for a second.
You leave it and shake it out. Look at that, look, it's steaming, look at that. Yep, So that's it. A typical day with George and Jane in the house when it's raining. And you got some buns.
Yes.
Currant buns in the oven.
Yes. Oh no, they're very good then.
Oh, they're rising, aren't they? They've got to go in the oven. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.